I just want to start off by saying this episode of Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, Andy has been like heard saying many times in the media that this is one of his top 10 Housewives episodes of all time.
To be fair, it's a fucking full ass episode. Like it's a good, juicy, funny. The drama's good. We get insight into people's lives. Like it ticks all the boxes. Yeah.
I was like surprised. I was like, oh my gosh.
If you recall from our last TV recap episode, which was a few episodes ago, because our episodes are on fucking fire, we talked about how I was like sad that Britney is like not getting any love. She has no friends. She's feeling like shit. Everyone's fucking mean to her. Nobody likes her.
Yeah.
And the opening scene is like a Britney brunch. Yeah. So they throw this brunch so that she doesn't feel so bad, I guess. So maybe Meredith being mean to her in 17C was like the best thing that ever could have happened to her, because she kind of needed to hit rock bottom in all those friendships to get any type of attention.
Hashtag blessed.
But it was so funny. They were like, okay, we're going to do high body count hair. And like they recorded all those little voice notes and the stuffed animals. Like they basically just made fun of all the weird things that Britney does.
Mary
but in a
is not
way.
having it though.
No.
Mary is not having it, which is fine. I just saw a thing yesterday that Mary's son is in jail. I know.
Stop.
It's so sad. Yeah, he like broke. I don't know if he was on probation, but like.
He was trying so hard.
I know.
He was going
so
to
sad.
AA. Oh, that breaks my heart.
In this episode, because remember the last episode, they were talking about how Todd was looking at girls on the plane. And I was like, oh my God, fucking Todd hates this show.
Hates.
So I was shocked when he came up on my screen and she was having this conversation with him, because like, how are they getting this man to film?
Literally.
How in the hell are you getting this man to film? He hates it. And like the things that she's talking about on camera with him, he is just not.
He's checked out.
He is not an open book. He does not want to talk about these things on camera. And he just gives like the bare minimum answers to kind of like stop the conversation from happening.
He doesn't even look interested to talk to her, let alone have a real conversation.
Yeah. And she brought up the whole like marriage arrangement thing and he kind of shut it down. But I'm very curious because obviously this was filmed a while back, if they will circle back to that at the reunion. Like,
sure.
Will Todd be at the reunion? He's got to be.
I hope.
Like, does he know that he's a star? Like,
but he is so dismissive of her feelings.
Like, it's insane. No, when she's crying, he's like, don't cry.
Literally.
That is like the worst thing that you can say.
And
he doesn't want her to cry because he doesn't want to deal with emotions. It's not because he feels bad that she's crying. He's just like, I don't have the capacity to.
No, it's not capacity.
And it's no.
I think it's he doesn't give a fuck.
No. Did you ever do you follow Terry Real? He's a couples psychologist.
No.
He's unbelievable. And he always talks about how the majority of men, especially in Todd's generation, have never been like given tools or the way they were raised. Like they have zero capacity to like, they don't have the tools or the language or anything to deal with things like that.
Agreed.
And women are the opposite. We like want that. We're good at that. We're raised in that way. We're people pleasers. We're wanting everyone to be comfortable around us and don't give a shit about ourselves. Men are the reverse. Like,
yeah, but in this instance, Todd just doesn't care.
No, I don't think that it's true.
Not. No, he walks in literally like not even, can't look up from his phone, doesn't want to fucking talk to her.
He doesn't want to be on camera.
When she opens up the conversation, he literally goes, this is what's happening. This is what we're saying. This is it. It's done. Like, boom, boom, boom. We're not having this conversation.
Yeah.
I don't think he doesn't have the tools. I think he fucking hates her.
No, I don't think he hates her.
He can't stand her.
I just think he is like, this is his personality. Like, this is his. Yeah.
I think he really doesn't like her.
So then why are they together?
Because it's easy.
Maybe they don't have a prenup.
She even says they're not fucking. They're not obviously talking. They're barely together.
But if that's the case, then why is he on the show?
I don't know.
Like, if they actually were kind of living separate lives and not...
Maybe she's like, this is the only thing I ask you to do.
I don't know. I just can't believe he agrees to be filmed. Like,
It's
I
crazy.
literally can't believe.
Agreed.
I was curious. So Mary's church was closed down because it was under renovation
For 2 years.
which is crazy. 'cause,
Psychotic.
like,
You can build a house in 7 months.
it does not look
Nothing's
like
that
okay.
different.
Maybe there's new carpet. Like,
you
I don't
restored
know.
the curtains?
Yeah,
Cool.
I don't know. Did they, like, if they're such church people, were they going to a different church?
Yeah, surely they were attending a different church.
You think?
Guaranteed. When my church was closed, if there was, not that it ever really closed, but like you would go, and if we went on vacation, we would go to a different church of the same denomination. They're like partnered.
Well, like, it was never a part of, like, we have never heard of Mary going to church.
Oh, I don't know if she went. I'm saying her congregation went.
Oh, I'm talking about Mary.
Oh, I thought you were asking all the people who attend the church. I'm like, yeah, sure. Do you
care
see
about
them
those
dancing
people.
and singing? For sure they're going to church.
No, Mary.
Oh.
Like, so if she's not leading / making money / like, you know, is she actually into church to go when her own church is under renovation?
Interesting question. I'm not sure.
Very interesting question. Andy,
I am sure.
Free question for the reunion.
I am sure that she would have attended something.
I
Maybe
don't
not on a
know.
regular basis, but
It's not giving that vibe. That's what. Oh, John. Oh,
I know you're going
This-
very out of order. You're messing me up.
sorry. Yeah, because
You
you
jumped
know,
to Todd, and that was at the end. That really fucked me up. That's why I'm looking at my phone. We still have lots. John and Lisa, we have to talk about, and Brittany and Jared.
I forgot about the John and Lisa conversation.
Yeah, which was a very difficult conversation to watch because, okay, obviously they're not in a good place. We already know this. Like, we're aware. But Lisa doesn't so often talk about her feelings. She usually like just yells when she's like not happy.
Yeah, or is defensive.
So like seeing them have a real conversation first off is wild. Like we don't
Yeah.
really get to see that often. She's highly emotional, but he's fed up.
yes.
And so there's a big disconnect. They talk about communication being a problem, which obviously it is. But when it comes to the parenting stuff, I think that's when there's like huge problems. And she's offended that he's not letting her just have a conversation that she wants to have with their son. But he is saying like, maybe you should listen to the way that you're talking to him. Like, I don't think is appropriate. And I kind of get it. Like when he says, I wrote it down, were you telling Henry your thoughts or were you telling him how to think? And I think there is a big difference. And I talk a lot on my other podcast about language and the impact that the words you choose actually have. And it might not be your intention or your point or your actual thought, but the way that it comes through in the language that you use is actually really impactful, especially when it comes to children. So like, yeah, if you're telling Henry like, oh, you shouldn't wear that or you shouldn't do that, like you're telling him how to think. You're not asking him and making him have these critical thinking skills. And I think that's important to John.
Yeah.
So it becomes this really, and she's highly offended when he says that.
Yes.
Like, do you see her response? Like,
Yeah.
and I think it goes back to, this might sound mean, but she is a very self-centered human being. She's concerned about her thoughts. I'm not saying she's not a good mom or not a good wife. Like, I think that she is those things. I think she wants to be really like healthy in these relationships, but she can't help but think about only her and how it impacts her. And he says that too. Like, that's his problem with her is like, you can't even think about me. You can't listen to me. You can't, I'm a good listener. Like, no, you're not. But he's at the point where he's fed up and it becomes mean because now he's mocking her. He's not just talking to her.
Yeah.
And there's a big problem here.
Yeah. Well, he was happy at BravoCon. But I know it's always interesting. Like when you're in the public, are
you putting it on?
Yeah.
Because we saw him happy at BravoCon, but we didn't see him with her happy at BravoCon.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Right? She was always doing her own thing.
Yeah.
And he was either with the guys or by himself.
Yeah.
So I wonder, like, are you putting on a show?
Again, that's why I like that the reunion is filmed so much after the season because it gives things time to settle and then they can see where they're at now. So I am curious.
Yeah, true. It gives them time and space to maybe work through a little bit first and then see. It is interesting. Okay, I want your thoughts on Britney and Jared scene. How cringe.
Very cringe, but also like when Jared was like, can you just be stable for 5 minutes? I was like, that's a fair assessment. Like the way she reacted in that situation
walking away. Okay, first of all, you guys are going for like a hike at like a public trail and she's wearing fucking wedges. Do you see her shoes?
Yes.
And then there's nothing more hysterical than when someone tries to storm off, but they're wearing like 7-inch
And
heels.
it's like loose rocks.
And you can't have wobbly ankles. Fuck.
But like, okay, the whole like we're on a break. If you're on a break, then you're not actively working on your relationship.
Correct.
So I don't remember which one of them said that they were, because Britney was like flirting with all the below deck people and that got back to him.
And Jared confronts her.
Yes.
Not fair.
Yes. So if you're on a break, you're not actively working on your relationship. If you were actively working on the relationship, then you're in a relationship.
Then you're not on a break.
Yes.
But this is the thing that we know about Britney and Jared is they are highly contradictory because we saw them at BravoCon not together. She literally says, we're just friends. He's here as my friend. And then they're fucking making out.
Were they?
In the crowd. You didn't see?
No.
She like went up to him in the crowd and fucking kissed him.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So like, you guys are not friends.
Right. No, definitely not. And if
I don't
you
make
were
out with
friends,
Renee. We're friends.
Why would he be at BravoCon with you for the weekend?
Correct.
In Vegas. Like,
are you sharing a room?
100%.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like it made me be like, you can't come out on your first panel, say he's only here as a friend, point him out in the crowd because she was really happy to say, oh, Jared is here. Look, everyone, say hi to Jared. Yeah. Remember? And then be like, oh, but we're just friends.
So when they were engaged, who ended the engagement?
Well, guaranteed him. You think she would end that?
Yeah, I guess. Well, it looked like she was the one that was like storming off in this situation.
Yeah, true.
So I was
but it seems like a pattern because he wasn't even phased.
Yeah.
Like his reaction to her walking away was like holding his coffee, waiting. Like, oh, she's going to come back.
I know.
That's sad.
And this is such like a toxic cycle of like
highly toxic.
Coming back together,
highly
storming off, coming back together, storming off. And it seems like that has been going on for years.
Also, she's just very dramatic because she's like upset with him because this whole Meredith thing just happened and he's not being like compassionate towards her. And she goes, the most traumatic thing that's ever happened in my life happened to me and you don't care. Babe,
someone kicking your seat.
17C is the most traumatic thing you've ever been through in your life, you've got a pretty good life.
Someone kicked your seat?
Okay, like that was crazy to me. It's so toxic. I do want to know, like, when he's saying you're not stable, like I understand where she's coming from, where she's like, give me an example, like tell me what you're saying. And he just like, he is a deflector of these questions. Like he's not, they need to have like a real actual conversation of talking about their points because it is very like ambiguous. But I just couldn't handle like whoever the producer is on this show is fucking hilarious because the camera angles of like she's stormed off, he's walking with his Starbucks that she bought him towards her, and it's like dead center of him walking. Like, Britney, come on.
And then there's like random people running by. Like,
I was like, this is cinematic excellence.
Oh my god, I have a new saying. That's my new favorite saying.
Oh, okay.
When Bronwyn asked Todd, like, oh, so like, how's it going? And he's like, you know, moving and grooving.
That is a Renee saying, if I've ever heard.
Grooving. I'm obsessed.
That's really funny. I have two more points for this episode that are highly important.
Okay, I have a thought too.
Okay, you want to go first?
Oh, I meant to look this up. Why is Mary rich? Because you run a church?
So this is like highly interesting to me because like, truly, if your church has been on hold for 2 years and you've been doing a renovation, then you're spending, not making, but are people still donating because it's still a church, it's just not running? And if so, like, how are you getting these people to pay you all this money?
But how is she rich in general?
Because she didn't marry into money, because she married her step-grandpa.
But was he rich?
But
like,
then she would have been rich. If she.
And I meant to look this up. Like, if people that run a church are that rich because you run a church, then I have questions.
Oh, this happens all the time.
It's also giving, because my dad used to work all over the world, and he would be like, and when I lived in Ottawa, you would always get stopped to like donate to these like charities, like these big like worldwide organizations. And my dad was like, don't fucking give them a penny, because everybody in these countries is living in shambles. And you know, these buildings that are labeled, I'm not going to name names. Name them, Renee. No, my dad would be like, they have fucking palaces in the middle of these like poor countries.
Yeah, the division of wealth in these countries.
So like, what are you doing with all your donations that people are giving you? Because everybody here is suffering, and all the people that work at this non-profit organization, it's like a massive palace in the middle of shambles.
So this is how Mary Cosby is rich. Obviously part of the church. However, she had a massive inheritance from her grandmother. So I think her grandma paid her to marry her step-grandpa.
What?
Which included businesses, real estate, and a mega church. She expanded on this wealth by continuing to run her grandmother's companies, such as a chain of restaurants and salons, and by earning money from her reality show appearances.
Holy shit.
And she has a perfume brand. And
we don't see any of that part of her life.
No. Crazy. So my questions here were, one is Mary Cosby, so this is perfect. When she goes into the church, that guy who did the renovations, who is her cousin or whatever, is like, Mary, you came by yourself today? And she talks about her son, like, yeah, was high, like he's obviously had a relapse, he was trying whatever. And we focus on her son. Where the fuck is Robert Sr.?
Is he still alive?
I think he was in the first few seasons.
Let me see.
Right? I never heard he died. So like if you're running this church,
Robert Sr.
to be like your grandma, and your husband, who your grandma made you marry, doesn't even come to church with you.
He's a bishop at their church.
So where the fuck is he?
It says he's not on the show anymore. He doesn't want to be on the show anymore.
But isn't that crazy? She goes to church by herself. And they know
maybe because they're filming. He doesn't want to be on film.
Okay, but if you guys really care about your church and it's been 2 years and this is the opening and fucking everyone goes.
Also, like, did you not install air conditioning? Because everybody was like sweating to death.
Lisa was so uncomfortable, but I was crying. Yeah. The two most uncomfortable people that are sweating the most, Meredith and Lisa. And Whitney's like, see, two whores burning in church. Okay, my last thing is Lisa Barlow never ceases to amaze me. So she always talks about their religion and how she's like still in the church and whatever, and she can drink and have these companies, but she's in the saints of whatever. But then she says that she donates to the Church of Satan.
This was crazy.
Did you catch that?
Yeah, I think I blacked it out. Like I didn't even write it down because I didn't know what to. I had to just.
Oh, everyone needs money.
Life.
Like, yeah, we donate there.
The Church
The producer
of Satan?
literally was like, "What?
But is that even a church?
Is that a thing?"
I don't know if she was making a joke and it just didn't land.
But then no, she was like, "Yeah, we donate to them." Like, I was shook.
It doesn't make sense.
What is the Church of Satan?
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, the Church of Satan is a religious organization founded in 1966 based on the philosophy of Satanism.
Okay, this doesn't even make sense.
It's an atheistic religion.
I literally didn't even write it down because I couldn't.
Well, Lisa is their top donor.
Also crazy that Mary wasn't invited to her mom's funeral.
I know.
Like, God, there must be so much like goings-ons in this family.
I'm sure since she married her step-grandpa.
Is Mary Mormon? Or is that like a different church?
I have no idea.
Because like what's Pentecostal?
Different than Mormonism.
Okay, so she's not Mormon?
I guess.
Interesting.
I don't know.
Also, this is like a general question before we move on. Do you think being so invested in faith kind of makes you in denial or makes you not likely to take action on certain things? Because you're just like, it's in God's hands.
It depends.
Okay. Because that's the vibe that I get.
Of who?
Mary.
Oh, no, I think Mary Cosby, it doesn't have to do with religion.
Just
I think Mary Cosby is just
like, it's like you're just like leaning on faith to like make everything better instead of fucking getting to work.
Like potentially.
You know?
Yeah, I could see that.